SALA Sayfline Temporary Horizontal Lifeline System. Use on heavy machinery. The SALA brand name is synonymous with fall protection equipment across the globe. The SALA Sayfline System is just another example of a great fall protection product that's been designed with the end user's constant safety in mind. We all know that working at heights can be a dangerous activity without the right equipment in place to protect you from a fall. Ideally, guardrails or another form of passive protection should be in place to prevent you from getting into an area where you can fall. When servicing equipment such as heavy machinery, though, this is not always practical, particularly when the machine is broken down on site. The SALA Sayfline Temporary Lifeline System is ideal for this application. In this example, permanent bases are welded to the substructure of the machine. These can be configured to ensure appropriate fall clearance distances are maintained. By inserting a Sayfline post into the fixed base, the operator can temporarily anchor themselves to a fixed anchorage point using a small fall arrestor, such as a talon, attached between their rear D-ring and the anchorage. Alternatively, the operator can tether a Sayfline between two temporary posts and have the freedom to work hands-free on the machine and have comfort knowing they're protected from a serious fall. A key thing to keep in mind at all times is to ensure that the operator does not expose themselves to a fall when setting up the system. In this sequence, you will note that the operator is installing the temporary posts behind handrails and remains connected at all times in the areas where the risk of a fall is greatest. The setup of the full safety lifeline system is very simple. Always inspect the equipment first to ensure that it's within active service. Any equipment that's not been inspected by a competent person within the last 6 months should not be used. Data inspection tags are provided for reference. On a movable object, such as this scraper, you must also have a lockout procedure in place to ensure that the machine cannot be inadvertently moved by someone else whilst using the lifeline. Refer to your user instruction manual to confirm fall clearance distance and familiarize yourself with the instructions of use prior to installing the equipment. You must always ensure there is a safe working height available before commencing any work. Next, insert the first post into the fixed base with the temporary lifeline anchorage attached, orientating the lifeline fixing points in the correct direction. Tighten the post locking screw firmly. Once the second post is installed, connect the alternative end of the temporary lifeline using the carabiner supplied. Pull the free rope end through the adjuster until the majority of the slack is removed. Then, manipulate the adjuster handle to tighten the lifeline. You'll know that you've reached the correct tension when the tension indicator ring spins on either end. The operator is now free to connect to the lifeline using the pulley supplied. Simply connect the pulley to the lifeline, insert the talon handle through the pulley bottom eye, and you're ready for work. Once the work has been completed, dismantling the system is equally as easy. Ensure you are either anchored to prevent yourself from a fall prior to disconnecting from the lifeline, or that at least you are behind the appropriate guardrails or barriers. Simply remove the tension on the line by using a metal rod to release the adjuster. Pull through enough rope to enable the carabiner to be disconnected from the anchorage post. Once the line is released, the equipment can be disconnected and stored for next use. In this short video, you've seen how the SALA Sayfline system can be employed very effectively to protect people whilst working at height on a movable object. The same system has many other applications on buildings or other fixed structures where people are at risk. The key things to remember are: 1. Always seek professional advice when installing the system to ensure that the structure can cope with the fall arrest forces. 2. That a work instruction is in place and a risk assessment of the individual machine or project is completed prior to use. 3. That all operators are competently trained in the correct use of the equipment before use.